Third tour. Everything about the third tour was rushed. I wanted to be at the VFW 15 minutes before the tour. This way I could get all my pre-shift work completed. Cutting the lemons and limes, counting up the money in the drawers, setting up the juices, turning on the jukebox and the TVs, getting enough ice, etc. I walked into the post exactly on the dot. So instead of easing into the tour, I was racing through it. I even managed to break a glass this tour. That's always a good sign. But more important than any of my haphazard actions was watching the president sign the stimulus bill. Now, no matter what part of the aisle you're on, this was still a significant day in American history. There's no way the bill is going to fix the economy. However, the president did deliver on his promise to provide some relief to the ailing American middle class. And there I was in a room full of American patriots who had endured discrimination abroad in uniform while their fellow Americans endured it at home. Rick is one such individual. I called Rick sir at one point during the shift. He stopped me right there and said, "You just call me Rick. There's no need for that sir business." He was drinking Jack Daniels, so I was a fan of his already. And no matter what rounds he bought for others, he kept drinking his Jack. Rick had an opinion on everything. I don't know if it was him or the Jack using him as a mouthpiece. I will categorize a number of his statements by type. On Vietnam. I remember when I was back in basic training, I had this white sergeant who told me, "There's no way you're going to make it through this, boy." At the end, he said, "I guess you made it through, huh?" I just pointed to this bar on my sleeve. I told him, "You know what this means? One day I'll outrank you, and we'll see how much you got to say." They used to give us a ticket for cigarettes. Each ticket would get you 4 packs. I didn't smoke cigarettes back then, so I'd sell them and keep trucking. First they gave me a squad. I said, "Thank you, I was happy for the help." Then they gave me a platoon. I said, "Get an officer for this platoon." They said, "You're the best we got." On the military. The military doesn't steal. It's the people who supply the military that steal. On the government. I worked for the federal government. First of all, never believe anything you see or hear. Anybody can get pardoned. On Obama signing the stimulus bill. Can you believe that, Chester? I never thought I would witness it. There it is. On Obama. His greatness is nobody recruited him. On growing up in St. Albans. A lot of these guys in here have known each other for over 30 years, from the neighborhood. I've known Lyra since she was 17. Back in the day, we'd mess around in the street, and we'd worry about getting beat up. We'd hope the police would pick us up. Any parent in the neighborhood that caught you messing up would kick your ass. There were many more pearls than these. These were the ones I happened to record on 2 bar napkins. The ratio was surprisingly balanced this shift. All the ladies kept saying how nice it was to see a man behind the bar. All the men kept asking me who I was and when was Marlene coming back. When Joanne, the night bartender, showed up, I went to the back room to do my count. When I was done, I said my goodbyes and left. As I was walking, I fished into my pocket and took out this $1 million bill that Chester was giving everybody in the bar. So I got that going for me.